On today's Mental Health and Me, we're taking a closer look at our phones, specifically TikTok.
Dr. Cheryl Ziegler joining us now. She is our 9 News mental health expert. We love talking to you on Mondays. Dr. Ziegler, let's break it down. What is TikTok brain?
So TikTok brain is something that we know has been going on for years, but finally we have the research to support it. And what that means is that the brains, particularly the developing brain of young children and teens, is starting to get quite used to these short form videos, to the point where what the actual brain science behind it is that we see dopamine, which is your feel-good hormone. It is what is involved in addiction. It's what's involved in the reward circuitry of your brain. We see that it gets spiked up. So when they're looking through and they're scrolling through these real quick videos, that's what's happening. They're getting these dopamine hits that feel good, just the way it does when people sometimes use drugs or they use alcohol or they become addicted to other things. And so that's now kind of the frightening data to support what we've wondered all along, which is, yes, in fact, there is an actual neurological reason why looking at those kinds of videos is just so addicting.
Yeah, so addicting. And then I just saw on the screen some of the things, the negative things that come with this as well. But you're right. I mean, most people know a teen or preteen that literally can just sit there for hours. So what happens when you're just scrolling and you just can't stop?
Yeah, so what happens is we're starting to see an increase in ADHD. You're less likely to be able to focus, have longer periods of attention and concentration. Reading seems boring. Even watching a movie, they say, is starting to seem boring to kids because it's just too long. They don't have the attention span for it. And then there's, of course, all of the other effects in terms of disrupting their sleep, becoming more irritable, have a difficulty transitioning off of it, and, even weight gain. I mean, there's a lot of negative effects from constantly having these dopamine hits and not having good regulation around it.
And I admit, there was a time where I was on TikTok and I was doing the scrolling, and so I don't go on the app anymore because I'll spend an hour on it. And so, as an adult, I can take that, by the horns and just make a change. I literally don't have the time. But as parents, what can we do to help their kids, get off of TikTok?
Yeah, Absolutely. There's a couple of things that parents want to do, and the sooner the better, but it doesn't matter how old. And like you said, this absolutely goes for adults as well. But one of the things you can do is set a timer, really try to limit yourself, literally set a timer on your phone or something else that just says, it's time to get off, and limit that. Make sure it's short term. Also, there are, TikTok is going to have these reminders now that say stand up, take a break, drink some water. So when those reminders come up, listen to them. And also really think about just limiting the amount of time and also when you do it. So at night is a terrible time to be on there because it's disrupting sleep. It might be getting in the way of kids doing homework. So really think about when you're going to have the time to kind of scroll through TikTok. Make sure it's short-lived and it's not near a time where you have to study or get to sleep.
The fact that the app has to give you reminders to get off of the app is kind of insane.
That is, yeah. Wow.
It is.
Okay, well, thank you, Dr. Ziegler. We are not going to get TikTok brain out here. We promise.
No.
We
can fight against it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Together we'll make a way. All right, Dr. Ziegler, thank you.